Love Lies Bleeding. It was directed by Rose Glass, co-written by Rose Glass and Weronika Tofilska. The IMDb synopsis says, a gym manager, Lou, falls for Jackie, a bodybuilder who is passing through town en route to a competition in Las Vegas. That sounds quite innocuous, really, doesn't it? Almost a little boring, like, who cares? Gym owner falls in love with a bodybuilder, so what? But hell, my God, that does not do it justice. This film was crazy. It was crazy, but in a good way. Good crazy, in my opinion.
Crazy.
Kristen Stewart. So obviously there's a romance between her character and Anna Baryshnikov's character, but there's a lot of murder that's going on in between as well. This film is one of those films that's got a lot to say about a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it is kind of a dark, noirish crime film, really. It pertains to be about bodybuilding and stuff like that, but that's just the dressage of it. And if anything, it's kind of like just some sort of an analogy for some things. But really, it's about two people being in love, but their situation and their surroundings are kind of getting in the way of them just being happy in love together. So in order to be that, they are a lot of murder goes on. There's a lot of craziness goes on. And I thought this was like really enthralling film to watch. I was sort of hooked from the start right to the crazy ending, which I won't spoil, which was crazy but was also amazing. Beautiful looking film, really great, strong performances. Ed Harris as this sort of evil father figure, gangster, number one was brilliant. Love to see Ed Harris in anything. Love it when he turns up. He's such a passionate and excellent actor. Love him in everything he's done. This was no exception. So yeah, blew my lid on this one. It was like, wow. What did you think of it?
Well, yeah, it's a neo-noir lesbian romantic crime thriller. That's I guess would be the summation. I think concurring with pretty much everything you say, that I loved it. I thought it was great. It very much reminded me of like a Coen Brothers film or something.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Once it gets going, because as you say, what this is really about is crime and murder and mystery and
love,
all these things going on, and love is a central kind of binding to it all.
Mm-hmm.
The performances were fantastic from all of them. But especially Anna Baryshnikov. I've not seen her in anything before. No. I thought she was fantastic.
She was.
It's another A24 classic, so they seem to hit the nail on the head with these things,
We love them, but there's a lot of people who hate A24 films. Of course, there's gonna be, but somebody like A24, they're so crap.
But they probably like Marvel films.
Yeah, well, I like Marvel films, but I like some of the Marvel films, but I don't think that's you can't say, oh, someone who likes that are not going to like this. It just seems to be the people who hate A24 films. There's a lot of different reasons why, but I think for our time now, for our age, they make the most interesting stuff, the stuff that sort of, look at the ones we've watched, Bones and all of these great, we just talked about it, Civil War, taking a chance on stuff. It's Hollywood cinema, but it's got that indie slant to it, and it got creative. Yeah. They're using a lot of young creative people and letting them, create their vision on screen, and I really appreciate that about them.
Yeah, and I think what's great about them as well is there's a singularity, because they let them do their own thing rather than interfering as studios do. There's a single vision there.
Yeah.
And so there's always coherence.
Better writing,
solid, they work with great people, they're interesting, creative. Now, the thing is that I haven't enjoyed every A24 film.
No, of course not.
But I've always come away going, well, they may not have enjoyed it, but I'm impressed at what they're trying to do, either production-wise or as an idea, that whatever. So I think they're really solid in that way. Now, Now this is just another great example of that for me.
Definitely.
And it's a great story. I mean, there's a scene at the end which we've discussed where I'm like, that may be out of tone with the rest of it, but all in all, fantastic all the way through. Very entertaining. I wasn't even expecting it to be that interesting because it's just another film.
Well, yeah, if you read that on IMDb, you just think, so what?
Yeah.
But it doesn't sell it. It doesn't sell it.
It doesn't, but you put it on, it's like, this is a real treat.
Yeah.
And it looks great, great music, great acting, great story that's great throughout. Ed Harris, of course, steals the show.
Amazing.
As he does. I love him to pieces.
He's so dark in this, he's so nefarious.
He is. Yeah.
But on a level that's kind of relatable, if that doesn't sound too weird, on a level that he still comes across as someone's dad, as somebody who is kind of real in a way. He's not a caricature bad guy, even though he looks it. But he does. He's
the thing is, it's right, that scene, which we won't say what happens, but the scene where he really kind of takes control in, it's like you totally get it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic all the way through. Well worth watching. It's a great thriller. It's well put together. And it wasn't too long either. It flew by.
Yeah.
It's like,
hour 44, but it doesn't even feel like it. It was great.
No. Fantastic. I want to see more of this kind of thing.
Oh, definitely. And definitely very original. I mean, yes, I understand what you're saying about that final scene, because even myself, I was like, what the fuck? I was literally like that, because it does take you out of it a bit. But I didn't let myself say, oh, that spoiled the film for me or anything. I thought there's something more to this. There's some sort of, again, an analogy going on here that is bigger than just what it appears to be, without no pun intended. But like you say, I think I totally agree. I want to see more, A24 stuff like this that just takes a chance, uses great actors, really well written story. It's got a sort of dreamlike quality to it as well, which sort of pays off in the end with that bit, because you got all these visions of the pit there, that pit where, or a canyon that things keep leading back to, and you find out why and stuff. But I mean, come on, this is a movie with Dave Franco in, and we enjoyed it, so it must be good.
I don't mind Dave Franco; he's harmless enough. But what this actually reminded me of as well, which we recently watched and I really enjoyed, was Leroy, Texas.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Watched it recently. Kind of similar vibe, it's a thriller. It's that noir kind of way in it, bit Coen Brothers again kind of thing, but with like a modern kind of twist on it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I would say it's similar in ways to this.
It's almost what do they call it? Neon noir. It's got that sort of.
Yeah.
I watched that Last Stop in Yuma County, which was very much a neo-noir, but I would say that was probably, it wasn't like this film. It was a little bit more traditional noir with a modern setting, but basically that film, you could have made it in the 1940s or 1950s and it would be the same film, whereas the Leroy one, by the sounds of it, is a little bit closer to this A24 vibe. But there we go. Love Lies Bleeding, definitely worth watching. In our opinion, it's a thumbs up from us. Fantastic original film. If you've seen it, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thumbs up. Thanks very much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. The best way to support our channel is by giving us a like and subscribing. Other ways to support us include buymeacoffee.com or become a patron over on patreon.com. This video is also sponsored by funkytshirts.co.uk, so check out their website for a whole range of cool and funky t-shirt designs. All the links are in the description.